Let's go. February 24, 2022. What happened? What did they tell you?
At that time, I was the deputy platoon commander. And it turns out, there was a field camp not far from the border.
What direction was this?
This is where the Bryansk region is, if I'm not mistaken, Klintsy.
Yes.
And here we are right away, Sumy region, I think.
Yes. Where you were, your camp, how far was it to the border?
Well, I don't remember exactly, but probably 5-10 kilometers.
How many people did you have there?
Motorized battalion.
How many people in this? People don't understand.
At that time, I think there were about 150, 200 people.
150, 200 people. What happened next?
Then an order was given to form columns to enter the territory.
When did the order come in?
On the night from the 23rd to the 24th, if I'm not mistaken.
What was the order?
Column and try across the border.
Was it explained what you would do?
No.
What did the beyond the tape mean?
Nobody explained anything to us. We drove in and everyone seemed not to understand what was going on. Then when we entered the territory, well, that is, at that moment, not the entire battalion entered. I also remained on the territory of this field camp, and it turns out that our entire battalion arrived. I stayed for some time in the camp until, January, February, March. Somewhere around March I went beyond the tape for the first time.
The first ones who arrived in February, through which border? Where did they arrive?
Well, it turns out that it's not far from Klintsy. There's a village there. I don't remember what it's called. The border is right there nearby.
Well, it's just a little bit wrong. Look here. Here, Klintsy.
Somewhere in this
So
range.
you were going to Chernigov?
Probably so, yes.
We're going to my Chernigov, good.
At that time, I didn't really understand these maps.
How many of you left on the night of 23rd to the 24th?
Almost everyone.
How much equipment in this? How much?
The whole battalion, well, half of it is on the roads. Well, someone's equipment broke down, someone didn't make it. Mainly because of the equipment, because...
Well, how many vehicles are there in a battalion?
The battalion has about 30 vehicles, which are 3 companies.
What kind of cars are these?
EFV2.
EFV2. What was the command for the personnel? What should they take with them?
Proceed to the colonies and guard the column. That is, be on guard.
Did you take ammunition with you?
Ammunition, yes.
Provision?
There were provisions.
How much?
Well, usually for a couple of days. Then they would bring more.
They left. The explosion started.
It wasn't audible, no.
What happened next?
Then until March, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere during this period, the battalion commander gave me and my unit the task to travel in a convoy and escort in cargo. This resulted in provisions and ammunition. To own the previous column, which left earlier.
In March when?
I don't remember the exact date. Somewhere around mid-March, most likely.
So these people left and didn't come back?
There weren't any, yes. We had to sort of reach out to the closest ones.
And where did they go?
Where did they get to? I think somewhere near. Well, as the rumors told us, rumors say that they were right near Kiev, but I never got to them.
Were there any dead or wounded?
Yes.
Was the equipment burned?
Yes.
How did you find out about this and what did you find out?
From the news too. The commanders reported.
And what about the commanders? When was the first time they reported the equipment had been burned?
Well, when our regiment arrived, they say the 6th regiment had already reached Kiev. They had an ambush there, and the column was destroyed.
This is my address to all Russians who say that you did not attack us first. Did he attack us at all?
It turns out yes.
Why do you use the word "it turns out"?
At that moment, I repeat once again, didn't understand what we were doing. Junior commanders and personnel didn't understand.
Crossing the border of another state is an attack or not?
Crossing the border, it turns out yes.
Why do you use the word "it turns out"?
If we don't succeed, then yes, it's an attack.
Will you enter the territory of another state with tanks and rifles?
Agree.
I'm addressing all of you Russians. I had a debate with one of them yesterday, because he spent 40 minutes proving me that we did not attack.
I agree.
That we attacked you. We attacked you?
No.
We argued with him for 40 minutes yesterday and then called on the phone, and there, in a stupid way, his mom and dad started telling me that we attacked them. They got to Kiev, damn it. They didn't attack. Well, and what did the commanders report? Look, this is an interesting story in that you are truly unique in that you survived. Because everyone who ran in for the first time, this is 180,000 horde, they all died. In short, almost everyone. Well, okay, and what about the commanders? On the 24th, the equipment left, and you didn't hear any shots or anything in your camp?
Yes, we were busy with everyday life. We organized this camp later. I repeat, we went in a column.
Got it. Before you left, did any of your people ever return?
I haven't seen it.
So it's like 300 people and 30 cars left and no one returned?
No.
And what their connection with them was
Well,
someone?
commanders probably did get in touch.
When was the first time you were informed about the losses? When you were in the camp?
When they showed the video. I mean, there was even a video on the internet of how the column was destroyed.
And what did you say to each other?
Scary.
Have you asked questions about why all this is necessary?
We asked.
And what did they tell you?
Well, there's a lot of stuff there. They kind of interpreted all sorts of situations.
Tell me.
At that time, they say that we were sort of cleaning up, protecting Donbass and the like from Nazis and neo-Nazis, it turns out.
Can you show Donbass on the map now?
Roughly, this is LPR, the DPR, I think so.
How many hundreds of kilometers from the Lugansk People Republic, the Donetsk People Republic? This pseudo-formation to the place where you crossed the border.
Well, I get it. It turns out that if they went to Kiev, it means the state had other plans at that time. That is, we were simply not informed about these plans.
How come they didn't dedicate it?
They just stupidly said, go ahead, and that's it. Go ahead.
Are you saying that this one was lying?
Well, he wasn't lying. The task was given to us as commanders, let's say, for a squad. I couldn't know anymore. Let's say the talks from a company or a battalion. I was given extreme tasks. That is my task. There is security, defense, and the like. But no one has given us large-scale tasks.
During this period of time, they were gathering their exchange fund. They went into populated areas and recruited police officer, border guards, and MES worker there. Why did you do this?
I wasn't there.
Exchange fund. I say again, they were taking prisoners. They were simply driving people into captivity. Okay, well, there were any conversation among yourselves about the fact that there were dead and wounded?
Yeah, there were.
Did you have any refusers?
There were. After, yes. When the entire army was being withdrawn from there. It turns out I don't know the reasons when the entire army was being withdrawn. It turns out from the territory of Ukraine.
Well, you were taken out because you got your ass kicked and could not provide logistics.
Most likely, yes.
Let's go back to mid-March 2022. How many of you went? What kind of transport? How many of you were there? What did you carry and what was your mission?
The task was to deliver provisions and ammunition to the nearest columns. My task at the time was to guard the column. I was riding at the head, that is, not at the head, but in front. Our engineering equipment was driving, and I was driving in the third car.
What kind of engineering
Engineering vehicle and bridge layer.
equipment?
It turns out that my IFV was the third one, that is, I was the IFV commander at the time. And somewhere, I don't know exactly where, near Chernigov, our column was also destroyed. It turns out they set up an ambush. My IFV flew up on 2 mines, but everyone remained alive. And immediately there was a roll back to the territory.
How many? How many cars were in the column? 3?
No, there were about 20 units of equipment, some were there.
Did you all go to Chernigov?
Half of the equipment was destroyed.
How much has gone back?
It turns out to be about 10.
Were there any dead?
I didn't see the dead because it was already night, it was dark. There was no time.
In short, you were driving and then something started flying at you. You turned around and rolled back.
It turns out yes, an order from a superior commander to go back.
Uh-huh. You're back, and what did you say to each other?
Well, they're pounding us from all sides, it seems. It turns out they couldn't get to ours, neither could they drive through nor walk all the way.
Uh-huh. What happened next?
Then there was the withdrawal. We spent all this time in the camp. The withdrawal of Russian troops. Then we sat there in
When was the
Rilsk.
withdrawal?
So, January, February, March. I don't remember exactly what months it was when they completely took everyone out. My memory fails me. April or May, I don't
What did
remember.
they tell you? Why are you going out?
What they told us, what they handed over, it turns out, either maps or all the locations, roads to the general. It turns out that someone handed all this over
Have you been betrayed?
to the opponent,
And
yes.
that's why.
And so they sort of withdraw the
Because
troops.
you were like smashed everywhere.
Yes.
The program works. I pay money for information, for secret maps, and secret intentions. No intentions, in short.
They took us all out, it turns out, in Rilsk. We stood there in tents for a while. Well, it turns out we were resting at that time, like... We just lived in tents.
How many casualties did you have in your unit?
There were losses. So... Well, if we take it from 100%, more than 50%, I think for sure.
Dead, right?
Well, they are both dead and wounded.
What about equipment?
More than half. In terms of equipment.
Let's take your battalion specifically. Well, and as I understand it, this can be superimposed on everything
30
else.
units of equipment. Out of 30, I think maybe 10 or 15 units are left.
By people.
By people. Out of 200 people, approximately 100.
Everything is correct. Mathematics beats. There is no escape from mathematics. Even then, there was the first analysis in September 2022, when the Tsar announced in short mobilization on September 21st. The mobilization was being built. He said that it was necessary. Well, like there, a reindeer herder came to him, to this crazy old man, and said, I need 300,000 meat. 300,000 pieces. The Tsar says, yes, there are no questions at all, we are recruiting, I have millions of this meat there. What is the population of Russia?
140 million.
Did you find out in captivity?
No, I knew before.
Okay. Where did the number 300,000 come from? Because at the time of the announcement, who doesn't remember, because Zolkin and I were already recording an interview, there were many of them. There were whole ones, 20 officers, 10 officers, in short, they were captured. And the math was as follows. That is, as we explained them, why 300,000 were needed, because about 100,000 were killed. And it was fighting with these reports. There were something like 90,000 dead orcs. Plus more wounded. Accordingly, from the fist that entered in 7 directions, somewhere around on 180,000 people entered there. Somewhere around 90,000 were killed. And this math is staggering because 300,000 were knocked out of the army and their 300,000 had to be replenished. That is, it is all true and it is all proven by mathematics. Analytics, moreover, it is proven by the quantity, how many need to be called up. Okay, fine. They took you to Rilsk. How long did you stay there?
About a month, probably somewhere, maybe even less.
And what happened next?
We were taken by train to their permanent deployment point, which was in the city of Chibarkul.
Uh-huh. How long did it take you later on the first, when did you get your first wound?
It turns out that it was already November 10th. I left in 2022.
It is the second time you went to war.
Yes.
From the permanent deployment point, what did your wife say when you returned to the unit? The victors, did you return alive?
Thanks God you arrived alive.
Thanks God you're alive. Mm-hmm. The second time you were sent away, did your wife pack a thermos?
She didn't want me to go.
Have you tried to do anything?
Service is service, but an order is an order.
Uh-huh. When did you leave, and where did you go?
I left on November 10th, 2022, it turns out.
We didn't say what unit are in, what military unit is this?
Military Unit 93992, 6th Tank Regiment, Motorized Rifle Battalion.
Got it. Permanent deployment
Permanent
point.
deployment point, the city of Chibarkul.
Chibarkul. Got it, okay. Did you leave on November 6th?
No, on the 10th.
November 10th. Where did they take you and how many of you left?
It turns out that we were the village of the Limanis. It turns out to be the Svatovskoy direction.
Uh-huh.
We stood on the defensive.
How long did you stand there?
Several months.
I like how they say they were on the defensive. On the defensive in whose country?
For my part it works.
No, which side?
From Zoliman's side.
Whose country's territory this?
Ukraine.
This is what I like. We were on the defensive. Where were you on the defensive? In Ukraine. Who were you defending Ukraine from?
From opponents, soldiers.
What did they do at home?
They defended.
And what did you do?
Defend ourselves too.
Nothing clicks. Ours defended themselves and yours defended themselves. Yes, then you were rebuffed and there was a global retreat on many fronts. Good. How long did you stand there? I understand you got your first wound.
Yes.
When did you get injured?
I was in the hospital.
What injury?
Shrapnel.
Where?
In the leg.
In the leg. A large, small fragment.
Well, about 2 centimeters.
What flew in?
Either a mortar or barrel artillery came.
How much did you suffer there? How many of your unit went on missions, as you say?
There is practically no one there. At that time there were no contract soldiers left in the unit.
Is that all?
All the extreme ones, yes, left.
In November, then?
Yes.
How many of them later returned?
Not at all yet.
Where are they all?
Those I knew are no longer here.
The dead?
Yes.
Okay, how many people? The whole regiment, in short?
Most, yes.
Unit, how many people regiment?
With full capacity, I think it was somewhere around 1,200, but at that time it was somewhere around 500-600.
And they are already wounded, in short.
Yes, and then they began to fill up the ranks with volunteers. That is, there were no longer any full-time employees. There were few of them left.
Got it. Did they pay you 3 million?
Yes.
When were you operated on and when did you return to your unit after being wounded?
I came here again
No, when did you return to the unit and how long did you stay in the unit?
about a month.
Have you been in the unit?
Yes.
What did your wife say?
Take care of yourself, she says.
The unit is already empty, in short.
Yes.
Is there no equipment at all anymore?
The parks are empty.
Yeah. When did you go for the third time?
It turns out that this was already the direction of Crimea.
Huh? When?
So, June or July somewhere. Summer was somewhere, yes, in this month.
June, July 23rd.
Yes.
How long did you fight?
What do you mean, how did you fight?
Well, in time.
In Crimea?
Yes.
We were there too, it turns out, in assigned territories. Swamps, it turns out, where the Seversky Donetsk River is. Our task was also to sit there on defense.
Was that where you were wounded the second time?
No.
Got it, okay. How long did you sit there?
We sat for about 2 months.
2 months.
Then we were transferred to the Donetsk direction.
Roughly speaking, in September.
Not anymore. Oh, no, I'm lying. That's how it turns out. By New Year, I ended up in the Donetsk direction.
So it's more than 2 months.
We were still in the Trochizba at that moment.
The reason I
turns
asked
out.
this is because, look, you don't remember it now. But
I'm
someday,
trying to remember.
someone will want to make a chronicle. And what do we have? A representative of the 6th Tank Army, which is currently in a position to enter the Chernihiv region for the first time, was rebuffed and left. Then we went in the second time, you were defeated there. The second time you went in without equipment because there was no equipment. You, the commander of the combat vehicle, were stupidly sitting in a trench like a rifleman. You were repulsed behind Liman, returned, healed your wounds, and went to Crimea. Again without equipment.
We spent a couple of months on the defensive and then we were pulled back to Trochizbinka. We had classes there.
Trochizbinka, yes. This is your combat path. From this interview, somewhere will later put together exactly the same thing. The 6th tank was here, there, here. Well, where did you arrive in Donetsk, roughly speaking, on New Year's Eve?
On New Year's Eve, I came to the area for restoration. It turns out there is a village near Starobesheva.
There's a village near Starobesheva, okay. What happened next?
Avdiivka direction.
Avdiivka, your beloved.
Yes, it turns out that our battalion didn't enter Avdiivka itself. We were the only ones there at that time. We were like reserve forces. After Avdiivka was taken, we were transferred.
How did they take it? They wiped it off the face of theirs. How many bombs were dropped on Avdiivka?
A lot. I don't know exactly.
I think there were like 20 pieces a day, 30 pieces a day. Well, this kind of war. This is my video from all these traitors who say that more people need to be put in the trenches. You see what the situation. I recorded a video there called Swords of the Apostol. Let's ask a military man who understand this. If there is one person sitting in a trench, or if there are 20 people sitting, which is better for the bomb?
Where is 20?
Where's 20? Betrayal talkers, shut your mouth and just think with your heads. If there's a war going on, you're in a trench, you're infantry, and they drop 20 bombs on you a day, then it's better if there are no people there, right?
Yes.
This piece was dedicated to the betrayal talkers. It was simply addressed to our betrayal talkers who sit there in European countries and broadcast there. Yeah. Okay, fine. When did you get the second wound?
This turns out to be to the west of Avdiivka. Lastachkina, then Toninka, in Toninka
Maybe.
village.
Yeah, there is a settlement called Toninkoye. I understand it was somewhere in January.
No, that was already somewhere around spring. In Avdiivka, when... in May, it turns out. We went there.
You finally leveled it out. Here it is April, May.
Yes, and it turns out to be in June. It turns out to be somewhere in Toninka. Yes, it was already in
Are
the
you
village.
already talking about 2024?
Yes.
Well, were you wounded? Were you evacuated?
Yes.
Did you have the surgery?
They operated... No, they didn't operate.
If there are fragments left?
Lots of fragments.
Lots of fragments. When did they pay?
It turns out they paid literally 2 weeks after I was admitted to the hospital.
Because the wife works in the financial department, right?
Yes.
Well, we understand this too, because they paid promptly the first time and we paid promptly the second time. Because she put the documents on the commander's desk and he signed them, and another 3 million arrived. Where did you put the first 3 million?
Nowhere.
Were you sent to the Ukrainian armed forces?
No.
Why so? And the second ones?
Also nowhere.
So potentially we can now send 6 million to the armed forces of Ukraine.
They are in the bank with my wife. I gave them
It's
to her.
okay, I have a laptop. They didn't let you go home.
No,
What about your wife? Did she try to resolve something?
it's not use.
That she didn't come to the commander of the unit, didn't say anything?
Due to official requirements, they were not allowed to take vacation.
In short, they brought you to the hospital, examined you, and said it would heal before the wedding. Go back, right?
Yes.
Well, I'm like, we can have YouTube. The editor will only go crazy afterwards. Editor, forgive me, but this is a unique case that has survived since 2022. They can be put in a frame. Well, when... wait, you said you come back in June, but when were you captured?
Then it turns out that Avdiivka is not the 24th year. We have already mixed up the years. Avdiivka was the 23rd year.
So then it turns out you got everything mixed up.
And in 2024, the 13th of May, I was already captured.
Avdiivka.
Or no, I mean May, June, February, March. In April, I was wounded in Toninka, and in May I was already captured. That's right, 24th.
Alright, 24th year.
Yes, in April.
March, in February, so. Yes, at the end of February our military retreated from Avdiivka. Then we'll trim the story so that we can keep the chronology. You were transferred to Avdiivka. You raise it to the ground when they're roughly in March, and you were wounded there.
Uh-huh.
You were taken to the hospital, brought back, passed...
Well, I spent 2.5 weeks in the hospital and was sent back.
well, they changed the bandages, in short, they anointed it. April, and how did you get captured? What was the mission? How many people did you have? Where did you go? Why did you go
Then
there?
there was a task that is... At that moment I had already become a platoon commander. The task was set by the company commander to assemble 3 groups, place them at the specified point in the fortification. It turns out that this is to the west of Avdiivka, the village of Ocheretina, behind the village
yeah,
of
there
Ocheretina.
is such a settlement.
Secure your position in the forest belts and wait further instructions.
Got it. So what happened?
I sent one group to the indicated point and seated them.
How many people were there?
5 people.
Uh-huh.
5-6 people in a group. It turns out that the second group was with me. The third group arrived the next day, but at that time I was already a prisoner. That is, I never met the third group. We went in with a lot of people. They said that it would be better to take 2 groups first. The third group would come in tomorrow themselves. I seated the first group. The company commander told me to seat the second group myself. That is, I went first to the designated point, literally 600 meters there, and moved forward. There was a certain distance between us, 150 meters. But upon arrival, I was told that there was a point ours were sitting there.
How many of you went?
6 people.
6 people,
I'm
you're
the
the
6th.
7th. You're 6.
Yes, I was going first, the group was behind. The company commander gave me the task: you will secure this point, seat the people, and you, let's say, will also sit with them and sit in defense.
Uh-huh.
All clear, so then I went, it turns out, to the indicated point. They told me contact such and such, they will meet you there.
Uh-huh.
And you exchange these people, it turns out rotation. Well, upon arrival at the indicated point, I was simply very surprised when I saw that it was not ours sitting there, but the enemy.
You come and our people are there.
Yes.
So did the fight start?
We didn't even have time to figure it out. They immediately took aim at me, 6 people. It turns out the enemy. They took aim at me. I put down my weapon.
Were all 6 of you taken prisoner?
No, just me.
And the rest?
The rest of the group, it turns out they, or perhaps they saw that I was taken prisoner.
Were you ahead?
I was ahead.
Uh-huh. And it turns out they saw
They
it?
most likely rolled back.
Uh-huh. You were the only one taken prisoner?
Yes.
How did you heroically get? Who took your prisoner?
Armed Forces of Ukraine.
Do you remember the unit or not?
No.
You don't remember. How heroically you were given the rank of lieutenant? For what?
I repeat, there was no platoon commander, that is, there was a vacant position, and as the most prepared sergeant,
Survivor.
they appointed me to the position of platoon commander.
There was an order, they gave you stars, you drank a glass of vodka.
No,
No? What's wrong?
I had no time.
Were there any in your platoon who survived from the beginning of the war until now?
No. Just newly arrived at contract soldiers, and that's all.
How many times has your platoon been renewed over the entire 2.5 years of war?
Twice.
Everyone who was there, have they all died?
Not all, but most, yes.
Or they are wounded, but seriously, like amputation, so they no
Yes.
longer fight? Combat equipment, like a platoon commander of, which battalion?
Motorized rifle, 3rd Company.
Motorized Rifle Battalion, 3rd Company. Haven't you seen equipment since 2022?
There was equipment, but in smaller quantities.
When was the last time you rode a vehicle?
Used but on exercises, when there were all kinds of exercises, landing, embarkation, assault, and like that.
When the new ones were brought in for training, right?
Yes.
But you didn't use equipment in battle.
No.
Why?
We saved the equipment.
Was that an order?
This is my guess.
How many pieces of equipment did you have in your battalion when you were captured?
At that time, approximately in each division, it turns out that there were somewhere around 3-4 units.
In each unit, is it in a platoon?
Well, in every company.
In each company, there are 3-4 instead of 10.
Yes.
Are they combatants,
Yes.
workers? And you don't write them?
No.
Because if we lose more of them, then the commanders will. That's the difference. This is for the second group of betrayal talkers who talk about equipment and watch. Look, ours are using Western equipment. The main task of equipment is to save human life. And the Bradley Sam 123rds that were shut down there, they were created for this purpose, to protect personnel. Because equipment is scrap metal. Some parts of it can be repaired, some cannot be repaired, but it was created for this. That's the difference. And if we have any armored groups, they use this equipment for its intended purpose. I know this because I know this.
Can I speak up?
Yes.
The last equipment that we had, which I spoke about, 3-4 units, we had already used up all the last equipment on Toninka when we entered.
Uh-huh. What do the troops say about us?
A worthy opponent. Serious.
What do they say about our equipment?
Good equipment.
Do we have more than you?
They say, as the news says, we have an advantage, but with my own eyes I see the opposite picture.
I'll ask the question I ask everyone. Who attacked whom?
But we didn't attack, we entered the territory.
What do you mean we entered?
Well, I can't say specifically here, probably Russia, I don't know. What can you say to this question?
Well, what do you think?
That's it.
So you didn't attack, right?
Russia has entered foreign territory.
What do you mean came in? Why don't you use the word attacked?
Well, I don't know. We entered the territory.
No, you attacked.
Well, maybe for you we attacked, for me we entered, that's it.
Well, because that's what they tell you on TV. Well, what do you mean you came in? Did someone invite you here?
Well, no, of course not.
So, what is called crossing the border of a foreign country?
Illegal border crossing, probably.
Are you completely crazy there? Look, if only... What's your name again?
Denis.
Denis, look, it's clear that you don't care about Denis. I'll prove to you later why.
Why I don't care? No, I do care.
Because he was out of touch for 4.5 months and you never wrote to me.
How was I supposed to know how to contact you and how to find you in general?
So this is proof that you don't care about Denis.
No, I was looking for him.
If you were looking, you would know who I am and you would write to me.
I contacted our prosecutor's office and local
She
authorities.
doesn't care about you. Well, because you needed his corpse. Look, if your Denis died, how would you answer the question of yourself and the children? Why did Dad die?
Don't know.
Let's think about it. Well, let's think about it. It's an interesting question. He is also interested in knowing.
Just answer that.
Because
Well, which and what?
for the fact that Russia entered foreign territory, the fact that the government started, it's all unfair.
For who unfair?
So Russia entered your territory.
Well, look. Your daughter comes running to you. Mom, why did our dad die? What are you answering?
Just say that we attacked another country.
No, I did not need to pull it out of her. It's like people are watching all this.
She understands, she just can't say it.
What can she say? What can she say?
Don't know.
Why can't she say?
Say it like it is.
No, wait. What do you think she can say? If she's afraid, she'll get into trouble.
Most likely yes.
Your country is awesome. Well, sort of, to be honest. Awesome.